The PlayStation 5 released at the back end of last year to what I think was a really strong launch, but a lot of people have been criticising the launch, and the biggest reason behind that is the launch games. They don't feel there's enough solid quality launch games to make you buy a PlayStation 5. However, it's 2021 and there are loads of amazing PlayStation 5 video games coming this way. Kick off your shoes and relax your socks while we discuss the best of the PlayStation 5 video games coming in 2021. Returnal is the PlayStation 5 exclusive, which is being developed by Housemarque and planned to be released on March the 19th, 2021. Returnal is a third-person shooter set in a futuristic science fiction setting. The player controls Celine, a space pilot equipped with a suit and armed with high-tech weapons, who is stranded on an alien planet and stuck in a time loop. The thing that is really intriguing about Returnal is that it introduces roguelike gameplay into a third-person shooter, taking what is two heavily saturated gaming genres and combining them in what could be a stunning new genre mashup. I personally have always wanted to get into roguelikes, but I just can't, and this might just be the game that does it for me. After every death, Celine is resurrected, following a pattern of traversing across foreign environments and combating extraterrestrial entities with growing visions in an ever-changing world. With a very intense mood to it, some fast-paced combat and plenty intrigue, Returnal is set to be a very exciting PlayStation 5 exclusive. But what I'm really excited for is understanding the science fiction behind the whole coming back to life cycle. It's definitely the recipe for a fantastic sci-fi story.
Before the cycle breaks me.
Kena Bridge of Spirits is being developed by Ember Lab and planned to release in March 2021. Kena Bridge of Spirits is an action-adventure game where the player controls Kena, a young spirit guide with magical abilities. Kena Bridge of Spirits, which is being developed by two brothers, Josh and Mike Greer, is set in a beautiful magical world with visuals that could be straight out of the next Pixar movie. The player is tasked with collecting small spirit companions that can be directed to complete tasks such as moving objects, taking certain shapes, or distracting enemies. While the game utilizes the DualSense controller's haptic feedback for features such as Kena's Spirit Bow. Kena Bridge of Spirits is a story-driven action-adventure set in a charming world rich with exploration and fast-paced combat. I absolutely cannot wait to explore the gorgeous and immersive environment of Kena Bridge of Spirits. It just looks so good. Resident Evil 8 Village, being developed by Capcom of course, is set to release on May the 7th, 2021. Resident Evil Village is set a few years after Resident Evil 7, with Ethan Winters returning as the protagonist. Ethan's world suddenly comes crashing down once again when Chris Redfield, an unexpected yet familiar face, makes an appearance, setting off a chain of events that sees a distraught Ethan seeking answers to Chris's shocking actions and ultimately finding him in a mysterious village. Following on in story and style from Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil 8 is set to be as exciting and anxiety-inducing as you would expect from a Resident Evil game. I for one love the new direction of the Resident Evil games, so I am really excited for this latest outing. Oh yeah, and it also appears to feature werewolves. Aragami II, which is set to release in early 2021, is the sequel to the stunning spiritual successor to Tenchu Stealth Assassins that was Aragami. In Aragami II, you are one of the last elite warriors of your kin, the Aragami, victims of a supernatural affliction which corrodes the body and devours the mind. The Aragami control Shadow Essence, a mystical power which grants the ability to control the shadows. With this power, the Aragami carry out their tasks and quests, assignments made all along the valley to ensure the subsistence of the village and to free the Aragami enslaved by the invader armies. Beautiful visuals and exciting gameplay will bring back the fading stealth genre in Aragami II. Being a stealth game fan, you know I am psyched for this one.
From darkness, the Shadow Clan has returned.
Outriders, which is being developed by People Can Fly and published by Square Enix, is set to release on April the 1st, 2021. Outriders is a third-person shooter mixed with elements from role-playing games. But what's got me really excited for Outriders is that it's being described as a blend between Doom and Mass Effect. I mean, now how awesome is that? The game incorporates various role-playing elements. As the players explore, they can explore different hub areas, talk to non-playable characters and complete side missions. And what's even better is that although the game can be played solo, players can also complete the game together with 2 other players, making for what could be some stunning co-op sci-fi action. The timed PlayStation 5 exclusive Deathloop is set to release on May the 21st, 2021, and has the player in the role of Colt, an assassin that is stuck in a time loop, waking up on a beach at the island of Black Reef. The other residents of Black Reef, a former army base where strange experiments had once been held, have invested in the island and have gathered for this night to hold a party that seemingly lasts forever, as at the end of each night the island resets to the start of the party in that time loop. Because of this reset, the partygoers pay no heed to their actions or deeds since they wake up at the start of the loop with no memories or effects of the previous loop. While Colt is part of this loop, he retains his memories from each loop, learning the behaviours and patterns of the partygoers with each loop. Set as a first-person game with plenty of supernatural-looking elements, like Returnal, Deathloop has me really intrigued and excited to find out more about how this back-to-life cycle works, especially when you include the awesome setting of an old army base used for experiments.
I don't like watching you die. I like killing you. There's a difference.
Stray, which is being developed by Blue 12 Studios, is set to release in October 2021. And in this new adventure, you get to play as a stray cat in a cyberpunk city populated by robots. Now, that in itself is crazy enough to get me excited. But as a cat exploring this strange world, you'll gain a unique perspective from the eyes of a feline who can sneak under cars, traverse over rooftops, and go about unnoticed. It has open world elements with a focus on the atmosphere and art. Other than that, not that much more is known about Stray, but it looks truly beautiful and a great new exciting way to explore an environment. Like I said, Stray just sounds outright crazy, and because of that, I am really looking forward to it when it releases. Ghostwire Tokyo, which is in development by Tango Gameworks, is set to release in October 2021. Ghostwire Tokyo is an action-adventure video game played from a first-person perspective. The player can use various psychic and paranormal abilities in what is being called karate meets magic to defeat the ghosts and spirits haunting Tokyo. Set in Tokyo, Japan, Ghostwire takes you to the city which has been overrun by paranormal threats. Strange occult events have caused devastation, and the vast majority of the city's population has mysteriously disappeared. After you gain supernatural abilities of your own, it's up to you to explore and fend off evil spirits. Said to take full advantage of the PlayStation 5's hardware, Ghostwire Tokyo is set to deliver an immersive, supernatural experience. But what I'm really looking forward to is seeing Tango Gameworks' amazing recreation of Tokyo, which I'm hearing is something quite special. Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart is the long-awaited all-new adventure which will explore the story of Ratchet & Clank as they traverse across worlds in multiple realities to stop a villainous emperor from exploiting the catastrophic dimensional collapse caused by a malfunctioning device to instigate a plan of exterminating organic life in all the universes. Yep, that was one long sentence, and I hope Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart is as jam-packed and exciting as that sentence sounded. But what's really exciting about Ratchet & Clank is that there also seems to be a female Lombax which appears, although we don't quite know her name yet. She could be another protagonist, but we don't know. Ratchet & Clank is set to release in 2021 at some point, but we do not have a clear date yet. But one thing is for certain, I cannot wait to explore Ratchet & Clank and jump from universe to universe in what looks like a game that is going to use the PlayStation 5's capabilities to the absolute max and give us some genuinely new gameplay experiences. Horizon Forbidden West is another game set to release in 2021 without a clear defined date as of yet. Horizon Forbidden West continues the story of Aloy, a young huntress of the Nora tribe sent on a quest to the arcane frontier known as the Forbidden West to find the source of a mysterious plague that kills all it infects. On her journey across these uncharted lands, Aloy heads to the post-apocalyptic San Francisco where she comes across hostile regions ravaged by massive storms and occupied by dangerous enemies and deadly machines. She also discovers a vast array of environments and ecosystems, including lush valleys, dry deserts, snowy mountains, tropical beaches and ruined cities, both above and below the water. Horizon Forbidden West looks to give us an amazing array of environments to explore in what will push the PlayStation 5's visuals to the absolute limit. However, Horizon Zero Dawn is a game that is unforgivably still on my to-play list. But now with this stunning sequel on the way, I have to get up to speed really quickly.
I will be ready.
Warner Brothers Games Montreal are giving us the long-awaited Gotham Knights game, set to release at some point in 2021. Gotham Knights is an open-world action RPG set in what is the most dynamic and interactive Gotham City yet. The big story beat is that Batman is dead, leaving the Gotham Knights, Robin, Batgirl, Nightwing and Red Hood to protect the city from its full roster of bad guys. This is a completely original story for the Gotham Knights game, rather than any kind of reenactment of the comics. In terms of villains, we know that the Court of Owls are at least involved, and that is something I am really happy about because they were an absolutely superb introduction to the Detective Comics series. Now, I am a huge fan of comic books with a collection that rivals my game collection. So Gotham Knights has me very excited, to say the least.
No one talks about them.
So those are the best PlayStation 5 video games I think you should be looking out for in 2021. But we are still at the start of the year and everything can change. Who knows what other video games are going to be coming our way for the PlayStation 5. One thing is for certain, I am really excited for this year and I cannot wait to see what the future holds for the PlayStation 5. If you enjoyed this episode and you enjoy PlayStation 5 content, then hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future episodes. Once again, thank you for watching and see you next time. If you want to show your support for Chronik Spartan games, then you can head on over to chronicspartan.com and check out our indie games. You can become a Chronik Spartan patron at patreon.com, or you can kick off your shoes and relax your socks with some Chronik Spartan merch from tpublic.com. All links are in the description below. But the simplest and easiest way to show your support is to just hit that subscribe button. Thank you for tuning in.